a small stadium. $28,000. It's pretty bad attendance there, considering. 15 degrees Celsius, 8 km/h wind. You and me both, bro. You and me both. This is, yeah, I cannot lose this one. Here come the boys out to the field. Zia and Shea, Nambi, Marba. There's Franco. Andreas. Willie. Damn, that was downright painful to listen to. It was bad. You might have liked it. I couldn't stand that. She just dragged it out way too long. I don't know if that was meant to be respectful, but that was a pretty painful anthem to listen to. The Italians look amped up and ready to go. I'm ready to go. The lineup's being shown right now. Fascetti, Katera, Ciccarelli on the front row. Yeah, all day. And even outside of this, all the local club teams are playing here in North Texas, so I might try to get out and watch some of that as well. Really curious to see how Ireland does versus Australia. I think they beat the brakes off of them, but I just don't know by how much. And we are about to kick off with Damien Valenza. And here goes Valenza. We are off. To Maurici. Varney off to the left into touch. A quick restart from the Springboks. We're already about 2 meters out. And the Clark into touch. And a line out coming to the Italians at the 5 meter line, 40 seconds into this. They get out long, but Mustard gets out and gets to stop. And I think you were right. Currently, Arenza, 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this. Yeah, mine was lagging by 3.5 minutes. I had to refresh. Well, since I had a lag, who missed the conversion? Ray, if you're watching. Colby, you missed? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I had to back out and then go back in and it caught right up. Thank you. I would have figured it out eventually. Somebody would have said something. Maybe you'll get a chance towards the end of the game. And the scrum. Italy out to Iwani. Diolende has it. He is brought down. De Klerk off to Morat. To Esterhazen. De Klerk. To Franz Maharba. He is brought down immediately, but he has got support. Italians pressuring. De Klerk has it off of the left boot. Arenza in chase. Does not get it. Allen gets it. And into touch. Okay. De Klerk calls for the mark. Kicks it forward, and then the referee says, wait. So we have a line out coming to Italy. Nicotera. I like how they put their names on the back of their jerseys. Absolutely horrible pass to Allen. Or to Marusi. Thomas Allen with the kick after the Esterhuizen penalty. And he nails it. Restart. Colby chases it down. Iwani has it. Kanone has it. And we have a penalty on Italy, on Nicotera. Off the ball tackle. And it looks like Colby I should not miss this kick. Not from this distance at this angle. And he is good. As we get ready for the restart, we are up. Salman Murat has it, and he drops it, and Italy has it now. Iwani out wide, he is brought down by Cheslin Colby. Varney has it. Off to the front row for the Italians. Advantage for the Italians. And, yep, Capuzzo. Yeah. Of course. Wow. That Capuzzo is a bad man. Jesus. Yeah. That was a beauty. Yeah, that was a beauty. Jesus. Damn, that was bad. Italian's kicking to get out of trouble. It goes into touch. Willie LaRue drops it, lets it go. We will have a line out for the Springboks. 13 minutes in, 10-8 already. Bongi Manumbi getting ready for the line out. Very weird not seeing DeHager or Etzebeth in our line out. Gets it to Franco Mostert, who might as well be Etzebeth. Curtly Arenza, the try scorer earlier. To the captain, Siakolisi. De Klerk. To Mostert, or Jasper Visa. Willie LaRue. Franco Mostert. Dialende. Mostert trying to make chase. Capuzzo kicks it back. Willie LaRue. Damien Valemza. Offload to Esterhuizen. He goes down to Clerk. To Morat. Clerk still has it. Damien Valemza. Jasper Visa. De Klerk. Clerk still has it. He still has it. Dialende tries a chip kick, and it goes right into the hands of the Italians. I don't think that was really meant to do that. The Italians with the ball once again. LaRue has it to Valemza. He is brought down. De Klerk to LaRue. Dialende to Siakolisi. De Klerk off the left boot to no one. Valemza makes chase. And Capuzzo kicks into touch. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to be very, very fast. And we're trying to see if we can keep up. Yeah, that was a horrible kick by Dialende. Line out to the Springboks. They're using their youth. They're using their youth. A penalty on Italy on that line out. Looks like there was a little bit of funny business there. Okay, yeah. So it looks like we will kick the touch. De Klerk with those duties. And do we do it? Do we do it? Do we do it? And we do not. The Italians with it. Capuzzo is down. So a tackle from Franco Mostert. The Springboks pressuring, trying to get this ball in the Italian end and having no luck at all. Nicotera brought down. And Tommaso Allen with the kick. LaRue has it with Arenza to his right. He offloads to Arenza. He gets a couple of meters and he's brought down. A water break at the 17th minute. How come I'm not shocked? So from what I'm seeing so far, the Italians know that if they just keep moving as fast as they can, will we keep up with them? Very young team in the Italians. Some inexperience on our side. You're definitely seeing the inexperience in the locks real quick. But the Italians, this is not the Italians that we're used to. They are really good, actually. I mean, we saw they beat Australia. They're fast. We'll get Pollard back. Next round of internationals, we'll have Pollard back. We definitely need to back up. I'm not disappointed in the effort with Colby. Colby has been pretty damn good at kicking. He was perfect last weekend. Missed this first game. I had to go back and watch it, Ray. And yeah, it was an understandable mess. But we have a scrum coming. I don't think their front row is as good as ours, but I definitely think their backs are really damn good. And Monty Owani is no slouch. He's a great winger. And a penalty, a scrum penalty on the Springboks. A free kick for the Italians. Back to Cheslin Colby, Willie LaRue. He looks and he decides to kick it back and kicks it into touch. A line out coming to the Italians. No, I won't, man. Just because I work during the week, so on the weekends I do I do have a lot to do. Curtly Arenza and a penalty on SA for not releasing. Looks like Tommaso Allen will go for the kick. Allen with the kick. And it's got the distance, and it is good. 13-8. This is not looking good. Oh, Varney's kick is blocked by Salman Murat. Oh, man. It's all right. You're allowed to say that. Minambi to Morat. Minambi is at the back of the pack. The Italians are holding. And the Springboks collapse. De Klerk wants it. And Mostart falls down in the ruck, and we get nothing. That was pathetic. Man, so, like, look, the whole thing with Rossi is, I talked about it a bit in my preview video. The reason my channel even blew up, the reason anybody even sees my channel, is because of a Rossi video I did, like, over a year ago during the British and Irish Lions Tour. I love that man to death, but he's got to shut up. He's got to stop, because it's not making us look any better. Jesus. And we end up in there 5 with nothing. Colby has it to Willie LaRue. He's brought down quick. It's off the Clerk. We're trying to do some speedy stuff and we get nothing. They're not buying it. They're not buying it. Colby, Valemza, LaRue, out to Temiente Allende, Sio Khaleesi, advantage for the Springboks. Arenza is brought down hard. Back for the penalty. But yeah, Rossi's got to stop, man. He's not making us look any better. Was he saying wrong things? No, he was 100% correct. But you don't get on Twitter and rant about it. You're not a teenager. Make your comment, make a statement, and leave it at that. You don't have to go on a rant. And that's the difference between any other coach complaining and him, is that, like, look, if he just made one statement, it would have been fine. Oh, that's just Rossi doing his thing. But when you go on his Twitter and it's just tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet, yeah, dude, he deserved to get suspended for that. And it looks like Colby will kick. Colby so far looking like he is 1 of 2 on the day, looking to make it 2 of 3 and get us within 2 points of tying up Italy. You can already see the Springbok fans in the crowd kind of a bit chapped, as I would be if I had paid all my money to see this as well. Because I can't imagine these tickets were low priced. At 28,000 seats, they probably were charging pretty decent coin to come to this game. And with the winning ways of Italy as of late. And he nails it beautifully. Beautiful. I don't think a Snickers would help, man. That guy needs a booty roll and a beer. Salman Murat has it off the restart. Looks like de Klerk will kick off the left boot. And Arenza looks to chase. He has it. Currently, Arenza has it. Right in front of Capuzzo. Jasper Visa gets a little bit, not much. Damien Valemza to Willie LaRue to Esterhuizen. Damien Valemza, Salman Murat. He gets nowhere. De Klerk, looking to see what side he needs to go to. Willie LaRue off the left boot. He gets it. And Curtly Arenza has it with support from Sia Kalisa. Jasper Visa. De Klerk to LaRue. Back out to Valemza. He kicks off the right boot. And nothing. Back to Awani. The Italians have it. Negri. Freddie has it. Looking to go back. He's going to kick it back to Capuzzo. He kicks it up high to Damien Valenza. Off to his left side at Willie LaRue. LaRue all the way wide out to Curtly Arenza. Support from Khaleesi. Manambi. De Klerk. Out to Jesper Visa once again. We're trying to get some speed going here. De Klerk out to Dialende to Esterhuizen. De Klerk off to the left side out to Franz Maherba. Doing the ground and pound, it seems. The battering ram. Willie LaRue to Manambi. Trying to get some space going here. Willie LaRue kicks off the boot. And yeah. But advantage for the Springboks. I like how there's birds on the pitch. Yeah, it has been. They've been kind of in the basement of the Six Nations for ever since they joined it, and they're getting better. They're definitely getting better, and it's nice to see them finally. I had a colleague, an Italian colleague at my company, who was like, yeah, he said that like it's still such a niche sport in Italy. Obviously, football being their number one sport by far. Manambi pressuring. We will go to the TMA. Oh wow, yeah, it's a nice country. I've been. All right. Ooh. Damn. Going to the TMO. Did Manambi get the try? Oh, they're going to check for a double movement this week. Yeah, we didn't get a double movement check last week, but we're getting one this week. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's because we scored this time. Of course, Wayne Barnes. Yeah, we already know what's going to happen here. Yeah, they're going to overturn it because, you know. All right, yeah, that's good. That's good. Way to go, Manambi. Try time for the Springboks. As we take the lead, Colby to kick from just slightly to the left, 16 meters out, 2 of 3 on the day. Way to go, Cheslin. Way to go, Bongi Manumbi. Good, 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 good. We didn't get a TMO last week, but we got one this week. Colby converts 18-13. Yeah, he has, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying his boot. Until Andre gets back, let him do the kicking. LaRue out wide to Colby. He kicks off the right boot deep and into touch. Line out coming for the Italians as Nicotera gets ready to throw this one in, get this game restarted. The Italians have it. Advantage for the Italians. Brought down. Over and landing penalty on South Africa off of the line out. They will kick to touch. And we will have a 5-meter line out to the Italians at the 32nd minute after the penalty. And line out is good. The Italians have it. Trying to do a little bit of trickery here. Nope. The Springboks pressuring. Defense. The Italians just battering, ramming it here. The lock comes down. Canone. Varney to Nicotera. To the prop. Just trying to spread this mock defense out as far as they can. Brix and Marisi. And it looks like Kurtley Orenza has it. And Orenza with the penalty. They will kick to touch once again. Allen. These Italians trying to get a little something off of the line out. Seeing maybe something they can expose from the Springboks. Nicotera. You line out good for the Azzurri, the Italians. Nicotera's at the back of the pack. The Springboks holding. We've got it. We're holding. And a penalty on Italian. What a great little bit of defense there. Salman Morat doing his job and doing it properly. Good job. We held it. Thank God. And it looks like Manambi is getting a little assistance here. Yeah. I mean, Marks is his replacement. It's not like we'd be losing a lot. Well. Eben the water boy. Looks like we're doing all right here. Hopefully he's doing okay. But like I said, even if he's not, it's not like, you know, Marks isn't he's not a scrub. So we have got a scrum going to the Springboks here, 35 minutes in, 18-13 if you're just joining. The Springboks kind of, Italy really holding their own, definitely. This is probably the best Italian team I've ever seen us play against. Fuff the Clerk looking to feed the scrum. Good scrum, boys. Good scrum. We're moving it. De Klerk has the ball out to Esterhuizen, all the way out to Willie LaRue, to a wide open Cheslin Colby. Colby brought down De Klerk to Jasper Visa. Willie LaRue is down. De Klerk has it. Damien Falemza to Damien Dialende. And back to the penalty from Italy, or on South Africa. Yeah, Willie LaRue being very vocal right now. We all know his color that we're used to. And De Klerk kicks into touch. A little over 3 minutes left in this half. Oh, wow. Damn, LaRue is just running his lips right now bad, and you can hear it even over the headphones here. Ah, beautiful. Salman Murat gets it. Manambi to Esterhuizen. And Che brought down. An advantage for the Springboks to Esther. A penalty on Italy for offside, I believe. Yep. Lifting him off his feet. High tackle. Looks like Valenza will kick the touch. And beautiful kick. Good kick, Damien. Damn. 300 to 118 in meters made. We should have a lot more points than that on the board. And a horrible line out. Italians get it. Oh, Jasper with the ball. We get it back. Franz Maherba. Colisi. Back to Enche. To Clerk. Out to Franz Maherba. Last minute of the first half. And we get nothing. And the Italians kick the touch. It will be a line out for Italy. 20 seconds left in this half. 18-13. Line out goes to Italy. 18-13. First half is just about over. Looks like Italians will kick. They kick it to touch. So we have 18-13 at halftime score. Tries by Manombi and Curtly Arenza early in the game, but a try by Capuzzo. Multiple penalty kicks. Tomaso Allen money so far with the boot. And we have 18-13 score. We should be leading by a lot more than this, but we're not. The Italians doing a hell of a job playing that fast, speedy game with their youth that they have. You know, like average age on the team's like 24, 25 years old. And they were just picking up the speed a lot, and you could tell that we struggled quite a bit with that. Just how fast they were, Comes Crowley, Kieran Crowley coming to talk to the officials. I guess he doesn't get suspended for that. Yeah, I hate to be salty about a lot of that, but I am. I'm going to be. I'm a Springbok fan. So, but, God, there's like birds all over the pitch right now. If you're watching this live feed, they're off to the right side there. It's Italy, I guess, you know. But very small stadium, 28,000 that they're playing in. I'm sure the tickets were not affordable for this game. I'm actually going to look it up. Let's see what tickets were costing for this game here. Jesus. What do you think tickets were costing for this game? Nothing on StubHub. I don't really even know who everybody else uses to buy tickets. But anyways, not a very huge stadium by any means. Good crowd, and I mean the Italians, they love their team. Six to 4 penalties conceded through the first half. Yeah, it's I had a colleague, like I said, I had an Italian colleague I used to work with, and he was saying that it's still very much a niche sport. Yeah, fairly even on both sides. £100 for 2 tickets. Oh man, that's. I cringe at it, but then I look at like when Ireland was supposed to come and play the USA Eagles in Las Vegas. Those tickets started out at like 65 USD, which was like entirely too high. When the USA played Scotland in Houston, I got tickets for like 29 USD, and I didn't even buy them through the box office. Like it was like a Groupon app, so it was like cheap tickets. USA versus Uruguay, I think I paid like $20 a piece for those. Now, when Ireland played the All Blacks in Chicago, those tickets started out at about 55, $60, and that was for real high up. The seats that were down front and down low were, a couple of $100 a piece. You say that's good. That's £100, not $100. That's conversion. That's going to be quite expensive for I think anybody outside of England. So, oh, right on, right on. Um, I remember going to Eden Park, and I guess tickets were probably like $55 to $75 for the All Blacks test there at Eden Park. Uh, I remember I could go to Chiefs games in Waikato for 15, $20. It wasn't a very expensive ticket, as I recall. I might have been wrong, um, but like even here, to like go see the USA Eagles play, it's usually minimum $20, $25 depending on who they're playing and where they're playing. The game that I saw the USA Eagles play Scotland in was in a soccer stadium in Houston. It probably capacity was like 20,000. It was probably three-quarters full. When I saw them play Uruguay, they played it in an even smaller soccer stadium, and it was probably half full. It was a beautiful day, though. Beautiful day, and it was like a wet overcast. It had been raining through the morning. It was a perfect game for Uruguay USA. But like when the All Blacks came to play the USA Eagles, was that last year, this year, earlier this year, when we finally when the USA Eagles finally put tries up against them, and the All Blacks still ran up like 100 points. I think those tickets started out about like 50, 55 USD, and that stadium was not even like half full. They wouldn't do wide shots of the stadium for a reason, because it was so empty. I was there in D.C. where the Washington Commanders football team plays, American football team plays. But as we look forward to the World Cup, that not next year's, the one that USA did not qualify for. I haven't done a video for that yet, but I've got to do something funny for it. We look to 2031 when we will be hosting the Rugby World Cup here, and we won't have to build anything because we've already got the facilities. It's just kind of the wonder of where the games are going to be held. I'm pretty sure at least Houston and Dallas will probably get some games, just because we have the facilities and we have pretty big rugby communities. I'm willing to bet right now that the final for the 2031 Rugby World Cup will be held at Soldier Field in Chicago. I would put money on that right now. The semifinals will probably be at the Meadowlands and probably at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Those will be the semifinal, and then the final will probably be held in Chicago. It'll be an interesting Rugby World Cup just because there's probably going to be games in 4 different time zones. I think the Bucks are too. I think when we bring the bomb squad on, that's when you're going to see the difference. It's going to be and they were even saying it in the pregame, the depth on the bench is like our depth on the bench compared to their depth on the bench. It's like I think we had 325 combined caps on our bench, as like opposed to Italians. I think they had like 112 or something off their bench. So that's when you're going to see the difference, and you're going to see that for a while. Italy's on the rise right now, but to build that depth, it's going to take a while. I don't think Italy finishes in the basement of the next Six Nations, though. I think that'll be Wales that finishes in the basement. There's been a lot of debate, especially the last couple of weeks, on Alan Wynne-Jones and his future and the for Wales. Should he even still be dressing? Do you sit him down and, hey, we need to bring in some youth, we need to build and we need to develop? And I mean, like, I get it, the guy's a legend. I have nothing but respect for Alan Wynne-Jones. Think he's one of the greatest of all time to never win a cup. Do I hate him at times? Hell yeah. When he plays the box, yeah, I hate him all the time. But I think he's a great rugby player. He was good in his time. But I won't do the live for the Kiwi English match, but I'll definitely watch it probably at my own leisure. The app that I use to watch games is on my phone as well, so I can watch them when I'm at work or whatever, you know. So it's been like I said, good game so far. Italy really looking solid. Hunka, are you asking me who my favorite Springbok is currently? Probably Eben. Lucano, probably Eben. He's just how he didn't get nominated for World Player of the Year is beyond me. He's been really, really solid this year. He's been kind of our warhorse, our worker, and he always has. He's always had that ethic. Even since he made his debut, he's always been that guy. Just consistently solid. Eben Etzebeth. Oh, it's Fluff the Clerk for you, Spectre. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship. He was my favorite player a year ago. Should we keep him long-term? No, but he's definitely another option. I am realizing something, though. We didn't like his kicking in the first game that he had to kick. I think he took some time to really kick that next week, and that's what I think. I think he wasn't really ready to do the kicking, and now that he's ready to. But I think he's a good second option, obviously. I would still rather have Andre do it. If Andre Pollard is healthy, I'd rather him do it just because he's got a lot more experience. But if he's having a bad day, we saw it, even during the British and Irish Lions series, when Andre would have a bad day, Mornay Stan would do the kicking, or Fren Stain. I think long, like as far as long kicks, yes, Franz is still the man. That guy can kick from 50 meters plus easily and nail it every time. But obviously that's not something we're going to be able to have forever because of his age. But yeah, it's my South African provincial side or URC side. Provincial side would be Blue Bulls, Vodacom Blue Bulls. And my URC side right now is the Bulls. Spent a pretty long time as a Lions supporter, especially when Faf and Elton Yankees were there, and then was a Stormers supporter for a while when Eben and Sia and everyone was there. But based on where my family is from and my background, I'm a Bulls supporter. I've got a Bulls kit actually in the closet right now. But yeah, Bulls. I'm half. Limpopo proud. No, Limpopo. Polokwane or Petersburg. But yeah, Pretoria would have been the closest super side or URC side to us, provincial side. But I also like the Toyota Cheetahs as far as Curry Cup action goes. Solid team. It's good to see Ruan and friends do their thing. But, yeah. We see the locker rooms here. It's always cool to kind of see foreign dudes' locker rooms just because it's like you kind of see what we have back home and then you see what we have on the road. Wouldn't it be funny if we saw Rossi in the sheds with like a disguise on, like a fake mustache or something? But he's not going to do that, obviously. You got Kitsoff and Kolk right there. Oh, there's that young man, Dion 40, that young man there. Another one of those older guys that like he still has it. You can see he still has it a bit in him, and it's cool that he finally made debut at like 35, 36 years old, and he's done his job and he's done it well. Very proud for him. A Springboks versus All Blacks match where we win, because I've only seen that once, and we got a 57-0 shellacking in Albany in New Zealand. That was the only game I've seen live in person. So I would love to see. Honestly, I'll tell you, I take that back. Game I would like to see in person: Springboks versus USA Eagles here in the United States. That's what I would like to see in person. Yes, I was. That was my first Springboks game I ever went to, was that 57-0 shellacking we took in Albany. That was my very, very first Springbok game I ever saw live. But yes, I would love to see the Springboks versus USA Eagles in the United States, just because this is my home now. And I love the U.S. Eagles, but obviously, you already know, I'm wearing the green and gold, I'm waving the flag, I'm wearing the hat, I'm doing the face paint, everything. Total Springboks fan. 2031, when the Rugby World Cup gets here, I'm taking time off. I'm going to every single Springbok game. I'm going to fly. If I got to fly, I'm going to every game. As we get ready for the restart here, with Allen kicking off. And here we go, folks. Second half is starting here. Tomaso Allen deep to Jasper Visa under the ball. The Clerk off the left boot with Arenza giving chase. He does not get it. The Italians have it. Varney out to Facchetti. Lucchesi has come in for Nicotera, so the first replacement's on the day for the Italians. Yes, I will. Yeah, I'm going to be covering the whole World Cup next year, 100%. I didn't have the channel yet at the last World Cup. I definitely will be covering it. I'm not going to cover every single team, but I'm probably going to pick like 4 teams I'm going to cover. As of right now, it'll be the Springboks I will cover, Tonga I will cover, Chile I will cover, and probably Argentina I will cover. Capuzzo with the ball, trying to get that speed going that he's so known for. The Italians just doing what they're doing. Lamino down, Visa reaching for the ball, not getting it. And a horrible offload by the Italians. Gets the Springboks back up, good, solid defensively. And Capuzzo kicks deep, or Allen, kicks deep to Kurtley Arenza. He's looking for some space. And a penalty on the Springboks. But yeah, I'll definitely be covering the Springboks. Probably, I know I'll cover Tonga as well, just because that's probably my 3 favorite teams: South Africa, USA, and Tonga. And the Italians kick to touch. A 5-meter line out. Here comes Eben. Eben. The Eben show has started. Lineouts are about to get real interesting with Eben. Ostorant. Yeah, just loved him. Loved him. The Springboks have it after the Italian lineout. Colby off the right boot, kicking deep to get us out of our own end. Capuzzo, who scored the try earlier. Advantage for Italy. And we will come back. Offside call on the Springboks. Franco Muster offside. But yeah, Ostorant. PSBs. I mean, there's a lot of those guys, but like Ostorant, Brian Habana, I'd put him right up there. Percy Montgomery, I'd put him right up there. Skokberger, I'd put him right up there, but probably Ostorant overall, just because just such a long career and just such a great player. And he is good. Jesus. And he is hurt. He is hurt. And I think you are ahead of me, Spectre, by just like 20 seconds. Oh, beautiful, Cheslin. Beautiful. What a beautiful try. What a beautiful try. Oh, shit. Hamstring, the word you don't want to hear. Foff de Klerk to kick. And he shanks it. Is done for the day. Not good. Not good at all. Monty Libok is coming in. Yeah, get down, sit down. Cheslin, sit down. Relax. Maybe he's just strained it. Maybe he's fine. We'll see. And yes, I have seen Invicticus. I own it. I think the worst part is hearing how bad the accents are in that film. I mean, Matt Damon did his best, but his accent is pretty bad. Eben, what a tackle. The big warrior, Etzebeth. Allen kicks back to Manny Libok. Get it, Manny, get it. Out to Curtly Arenza. Oh, brought him just with authority. Capuzzo Eben doing his thing. Yeah, Eben, be that soldier. Be that soldier. We need you right now, bro. Willie LaRue out to Ori. Willie LaRue. Lemza. Oh. Backwards with it. Franz Malherba. De Klerk. To Jasper Visa. Manny Libok. Willie LaRue. We got it. 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 Dude, Kirtley is having a year. He's scored in every game, man. He's having a year. Makazoli, you better watch out, bro. And it looks like we will get the first kick from Manny Libok. Come on, Manny. Come on, Manny. Make us proud. 46 meters, first kick of the match. First kick of his international career. Take your time, Manny. This is your first try, man. Let's do this. Let's do it proper. We haven't even released the bomb squad. I don't know, maybe he just felt comfortable for it. Maybe that's how far out he wanted to kick. Yeah, angle too. Come on, Manny. Do us proud. Do us proud. Manny Libok, welcome to the Springboks, bro. Manny Libok, welcome to the show, young man. We got Jasper Visa. Quagga Smith has entered the pitch. Yeah, dude, those pigeons are pissing me off, dude. Capuzzo. The Italians pressuring here. Oh, we've brought the bomb squad on. Everybody's bringing in their replacements at 50 minutes, it seems. The Italians just doing anything they can to try to get back into this. Canone. Capuzzo to... Oh. Why? Man. Marks, Kitsoff, and Coke come in at the 50th minute. The bomb squad has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Does not get into touch. Out to Willie LaRue. He's going to go off the left boot and into touch. We need more. We need more. We need more. I want to score 50. Smith comes in for Ori, but it looks like they've moved Franco into lock, which is fine with me. Franco and Eben at lock is... I've got no worries there. They try to do a little trickery. Does not work. Kitsoff has it. De Klerk. Off to his left side to Vincent Cole. Advantage is over. Clerk has it, looking to go off his left boot. No, he goes out to Manny Libok, to Willie LaRue, to Dialende. He's looking for Arenza. Arenza wants his third. You can tell. He wants it. He wants a third on the day. And a penalty on Italy. You can just see the vibe has changed completely down on the pitch. For the Springboks, they are amped. They are ready to go. And LaRue kicks to touch. .53 minutes in, 30-16, most recent try from Cartley Arenza. Cheslin Colby, a quick succession. Were you at the game that they lost? Which happened to be, this was the same day, I think 4 years ago that they lost, 5 years ago that they lost, according to my Facebook memories. Oh God, 21 years ago. I was 19 21 years ago. Kick to touch by Foff de Klerk. The bomb squad has arrived. Okay, yeah, the game they lost, I guess, was 5 or 6 years ago. That was depressing. But that's why I love Rossi, because he took us from that to winning a World Cup. The 57-0 shellac, he took us from that to winning a World Cup, so that's why I love Rossi. That was probably the darkest time to be a Springbok. So 6 years ago, yeah. Quagga Smith, Quagga's got it. Come on, man. This is easy work for Quagga, man. He Quagga is, like, I didn't like him at first. It took a while for him to grow on me, but I really love his style. He's just like, he's kind of like Malcolm Marks. He's hungry for the ball. I like him because he's got, like, that kind of small center of gravity, but he's just a big boy. Nothing for Lebot. Come on, man. That's yeah, like, Quagga didn't even wait for Foff. He just grabbed the ball and went. I'm not 100% sold on Manny yet, but I think he's definitely great. I think he just needs more time. We need to see him a lot more. And we will next weekend, I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his first start next weekend. Capozzo. And a penalty, a knock-on by the Italians. Yeah, so this is where you're seeing the difference in the teams. Like, they don't have anybody, Italy doesn't have anybody that's as good as Capuzzo on their bench. We have good guys on our bench. The scrum to the Springboks here, 57 minutes. Oh, man. Garbisi looking to come on in relief for the Azures, the Italians. Down big, 37-16. Front row of Koch, Marks, and Kitsoff with the locks of Mostart and Etzebeth, flanked by Quagga Smith, Sia Khaleesi, Jesper Visa at the 9 spots, or at the 8 spots. De Klerk has the ball. He's out left. Esterhazen, Lebach, LaRue, out to Damien Valemza. Oh, beautiful, beautiful offload. Behind the back by Manny Lebach. Etzebeth has the ball, of course. Lebach back out to Esterhazen. He's looking wide. He gets it to Quagga Smith. He wants more. He wants more. De Klerk with it. Off to his left side to Willie LaRue. Out to Vincent Koch. Deep in the Italian end, De Klerk has it to Jesper Visa. De Klerk to Malcolm Marks. Libach with it to Willie LaRue. Looking wide to Sia. Out to Damien Valemza. And into touch. A 5-meter scrum in their own end for these. Oh no, we're going to do a line out. Obviously, my apologies. Evan Roos back onto the pitch. The Italians have it brought down immediately. Eben all over it. Quagga Smith. Into touch. Varney, Garbisi in for Varney. So the change in fly half for the Azores. You know, I mean, they're great for offloads. They're just not as exciting as, like, you know, the All Blacks. You know what I mean? They don't get the acclaim for it. We get known for our battering ram kind of like grind you down style, but we can show some flares of that when we need to. We're going to be fine on these lineouts. We got Malcolm Marks back in. We already know. He's money off the lineout. Sia Khaleesi with a roaring Esterhazen. Valemza to Roos. Franco Mostart. De Klerk to Malcolm Marks. We're just shoving it in. Quagga Smith, he's got it. He still has it. He still has it. We've got it. We've got it. Evan Roos trying to just push forward. By the Azure. Malcolm Marks with the line out. Mostar has it. The maul. The Italians holding, but not doing much. It's the bottom squad's in, fellas. Malcolm Marks is at the back of that pack, where he usually does his business at. We're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing. Man. Way to go, Malcolm. Way to go, Malcolm. This is bread and butter. This is everyday business for Malcolm. Libok once again going out deep for it. Just take your time, dude. Take your time. 44 meters out. Come on, take your time, Manny. Take your time. Yes, they should. Everyone should get sub now. He shanks it off. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. Yeah, that's going to be a weird one next weekend too, man, because like a lot of our players aren't going to be available and a lot of your players aren't going to be available, or English players aren't going to be available. De Klerk out to Arenza, off his right boot, a little chip kick. Back. Iwani. Haven't really seen a whole lot of Iwani this whole game. Come on, come on. Get that defense, boys. Get that defense going. Come on, Springboks. Get that defense. Penalty advantage on for Italy. Quagga Smith with the tackle. Brought down by Malcolm Marks. Little dip, chip. Monty Iwani has it. He does not get down. Nope. Still not yet. There we go. Come on. I mean... Yeah, it wasn't a bad little run. Good for them. Good for them. I mean, like, we're going to win regardless, but, like, yeah. And Tommaso Allen to kick. 4 of 4 on the day so far, 37 meters out to close a little bit of the gap. So when they pick up that speed, that's when they become very, very, very unpredictable. And he shanks it. So 42-21. David Cece comes on. Get ready to restart. Looks like Lubbock. All right, Manny. Get a good kick here. Get a good restart. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Springboks want that ball. I love to see these games because it's like you really get to see us just kind of be comfortable and just play our style, work on things, that kind of thing. Because the victory is, Dion 40 there on the bench. Reinach has come on for Fuff the Clerk, which I was excited about. 12 minutes left in the game. Quagga Smith has it. Out to Dialende off the right boot. There needs to be a penalty for that. Arenza got held up. Yeah, I heard it. It was a red card. Did he get pushed? Yeah, but it was a red card. Quagga Smith, Franco Mustard, Kitzoff. Try time for Kitzoff. Call him the redheaded stepson, Steven Kitzoff. Look at that. Look at that. Kitzoff. And getting a contract while he's up here. So he's going to come north of the equator to play for a bit. And hey, man, get that coin, brother. Get that coin. 12-meter kick from Manny Libaugh, 2 of 3 on the day. And money. Let's get a good restart, boys. Good restart. LaRue to Marks. He's brought down. Reinach has it. Don't kick it away, please. We've got an injury on the pitch. It looks to be Padavani. Yep, Padavani is down. And a scrum to the Springboks. He knocked himself out. He knocked himself out. Yeah. You're going for an HIA. Does anybody remember a couple of months back when that URC guy went in for a try and knocked himself out as he scored the try? Just like lifeless body laying in the out past the try line. Hopefully he's all right. You never like to see the local game. We saw somebody knock themselves out. Right into his hip. Yeah. Hopefully he's all right. You don't want to see people get hurt. There's like Look at all those empty seats. Oh wow, they have like one whole side blocked off where you can't even see. You see the two Italian girls they had on the screen. Yeah, this is they're putting him on a stretcher, take him out. Hopefully he's okay. Probably just knocked himself out. He'll probably be out for a week, two maybe. HIAs, we got to take care of our knock-ins here. World Rugby has, you know, so like as much as I don't like some of the rules, some of them I get. Like we got to stop head injuries, man. I mean, we're having a problem with the NFL here in this country with CTE. You can't have that hit this. Keep the game fun, but keep it clean as well. And I know some of the rules have gotten a bit. Hey, you can't really touch anybody without getting a card. I mean, that is crap sometimes, but stuff like this, we've got to be we got to take care of these guys. The amount of guys, I mean, we probably have all seen them in our lifetime, guys that have like had to retire at 28, 29 because of concussions. It is a very physical and violent game. That is the weirdest looking stadium. Like, I know it's really old, but like, it's just a weird looking stadium to me. Exactly. Gotta take care of your noggin, man. I like how everybody's like running drills just to keep their legs fresh. Yeah, it just looks weird to me. I mean, maybe because I live in America and I'm used to American stadiums, but like, having been overseas, obviously I've seen my fair share. Um, as far as, I mean, I've been to Loftus, I've been to Newlands, never went to Kings Park, never went to Durban, so I've never been to Kings Park. Where else? So obviously I went to the stadium. One of the stadium we had in Polokwane. I went to a soccer game there. It was Baroka or Polokwane City FC. Been to Eden Park. Been to Waikato. Been to the old Christchurch Stadium. It was already not even being used because of the earthquake. Whatever stadium they used for rugby league in Melbourne, I went to that stadium as well. 1911. Yeah, that's it was the realization that I had like a couple years back that I live within an hour's drive of two stadiums that seat over 100,000 people. The Cotton Bowl in Dallas and AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where the Dallas Cowboys play, both seat over 100,000. The college stadium in the town I live in seats like 36,000. So it's like, there's a lot of big stadiums here. Well, heck, the stadium that the Jackals plays in seats like 40,000. Yeah, sports are completely different on this side of the globe as opposed to everywhere else because it's like even the amateur sports like college football, you've got a dozen college football stadiums that seat over 100,000 people. Um, just that's kind of the thing. That's why we got the Soccer World Cup here. We've had it multiple times because we have the facilities already available for it. We don't have to build anything. But we get a scrum to the Springboks as we restart. Reinach feeds it in. Padavidi comes in for Bruno. Esterhazen off the left boot. Does not get anywhere. Capuzzo has it. He drops the ball, and then we knock it on. Yeah, Ray, if you Google Cotton Bowl Dallas, that's where I'm pretty sure we'll probably have World Cup games there for rugby. If not, we'll probably be using all our MLS stadiums, which all see 20,000 plus. A scrum to the Springboks. Reinhardt feeds it in. With Evan Roos there in the back. Ronak has it. Out to Esterhazen. Willie LaRue. To Damian Valimza. Opinion. So the stereotypical answer would be Jonah Lomu. That would be the stereotypical, but my personal favorite of all time, it's gonna probably be one that throws you for a curveball. Sir Wayne Buck Shelford. Friggin' warrior. Talk about the dark arts of the scrum. That man wrote that. Sir Buck Shelford, one of the greatest of all time. So that was the amateur era. Professional era. Julian Savea. Man was solid in his prime. So Julian Savea, Buck Shelford, Sir Buck Shelford. Probably my two favorite All Blacks of all time. Nope. Advantage over. Capuzzo. The Italians just trying to make something out of nothing here. Cannot blame them for at least still having that fight in them. Advantage for the Italians. And into touch. The USA should have never been in that position to begin with, based on the talent we have. I'm placing a lot of the blame on the USA's failure on the coach, Gary Gold. When you do a post-game, oh, we didn't lose the game. Yeah, you did. It should have never been that close. We played absolutely horrible. Conrad Smith was the man, too. Conrad Smith was really solid, too. I mean, during that era, I'd probably say like I'd even bring up Dan Carter. Advantage for the Italians off the scrum or off the line out, but they're getting pushed back. Advantage for the Italians. They're going nowhere. That Springbok defense just too much for these Italians right now. Getting brought back. And we will go back for the penalty. Looks like the Italians will kick to touch. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Gary Gold. Yeah, and AJ McGinty is arguably our best fly half ever. Yeah, his post-game interview, you could tell he just wanted to cry. Because this is probably his last shot. He probably won't be available for Australia in 5 years. He'll just be too old. Look at that. We're just like fire ants swarming them right now. Italian penalty does not release. So, well, I mean, Ray, you do realize who he replaced, right? I want you to think of the worst All Blacks coach you ever had. That's who he replaced. Yeah, we had John Mitchell before him. Now, the rumor has been in the last year that Warren Gatland is coming here. And I would, obviously being a Chiefs fan, I would 100% be behind Gats coming here. But what you also don't realize is that we have Mario Ledesma on our coaching staff, not just for the local side here, but for our national side. I would love Mario Ledesma to be our coach. You could say, he was iffy with the Puma. Dude, he'd be great for us. I still believe that South African style rugby is going to be the rugby that is successful in America. As boring as it might be to a lot of people, not a fan of Gats. I personally think Gats was supposed to be your next head coach of the All Blacks. He turned the job down because he wanted to do the British Irish Lions tour. Robertson should be your head coach. Scott Robertson is... They're going to screw up, and he's going to end up going somewhere else and winning something. Khaleesi Alto-Arenza. He's got it. Nope. Jacobus Rydok. Yeah, it's a runaway win, but I'm not, like... You'll see my post-game video. I'm happy we won, but this doesn't make up for what happened in the last 2 weeks. We should have won those games, too. Libok, 4 of 5 on the day so far. And that's it. $16-meter kick. I'm sorry, I'm watching because I didn't see. Sure, Kiwi. Sure, my brew. Peace, man. Be safe, bros. Great game from the Springboks. Appreciate you guys for all coming and hanging out with me. Gonna do my post game video now. Hopefully you guys watch that. Give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. I don't know if any of you guys saw my announcement this week of becoming the president of the local fan club side for our professional side here, the Dallas Jackals. I'm going to be getting busy with that, especially here in the next 2 months as the season leads up to the season starting in February. So you'll be seeing me do a lot of coverage with that, get some interviews from players. But obviously we got one more chance to dance next weekend against England. Hopefully we get another W out of this, and we could go 2-2 on this tour. The South African A side land 2 big goose eggs on this tour, so let's just try to look for the positives out of all of this going forward. But like I said, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. It's always great when you guys come and visit and we all hang out, watch the game. You guys get to ask me questions, being like an American rugby guy. But I hope all you guys are safe wherever you're at in the world. Cheers, guys.